A very good morning to all dear my students. I hope you all are fit and fine at home. Okay, in a previous lecture we have studied about what we have studied? We have studied about the interrelationship between living things. Okay, so in that we have studied about environment, the needs of man's, how animals are living. Am I right? So now today we will start the next lesson number 3, storage of water. So for that we are going to do one activity over here, so you just have to do at your home. Try this. Make a small hillock of mud and stone in the schoolyard. Now we could not do that in a schoolyard, but you should do at your home. Make a small hillock. Hillock means small hill of mud. Take some stones into the hillock. Pour water over the hillock from watering can like rain. So what should you have to do? Set some stones into the hillock. In that hillock you have to put up some stones. Pour water over the hillock from a watering can like rain. You have to you have to drop some water over that hillock, over that small hill. Use the following points to study how the water flows over the hillock. So you have to, what you have to study? You have to study how the flow of water goes from that hillock, from that small hill. In which direction does the water flows? You have to just note down that in which direction that water flows. How does water flow on the steeper slopes? Steeper means that hill. How does water flow on the steeper slope? High hill slope, wherever the high hill slope is there, how does water flow from that place? How does it flow on the gentler slope? Gentler slope means little but. Steeper means high hill and gentler means little but slope. How does it flow on the gentler slope? The water pouring you are, that how it's going from that gentler slope. What happens when the stones cause an obstruction? What happen? Obstruction means when you stop. Obstruction means stop. What happen when the stone cause an obstruction? Stone whenever stops that soil, what happen? Where do puddles form? A small pool of water or pond. Where it is formed, you have to all these things observe. Okay. When does the direction of a flow change? The direction of that flow, when it is going to change, you have to observe all these things when you made a hillock, a small hill around your home. Okay. Now next, now stop watering the hillock. So you are pouring the water on that hillock, am I right? So now you have to stop that watering. Make observation using the following points. You have to write down the observation by using the following points. Why did the hillock dry when we stop pouring water? Why it will happen the hillock dry when we stop pouring water? So that soil will absorb that water. How long did the hillock take to dry? So this observation you have to observe how much time you required or how much time hillock takes to dry. Which part of the hillock dried quickly? Which part took longer to dry? Why did it take longer to dry? Okay. So you just have to observe all these things in your hillock, a small hill of mud. Now you will realize that some rainwater flows away over the ground. What you will realize, some of that water, rainwater, flows away over the ground. Now the rainy season is going on, am I right? Some rainwater flows over the ground. Yes, some water seeps into the ground. Seeps means little bit water seeps into the ground. All the water comes from the rain. we know that which are the water sources. Main source of the water is rain, so all the water we get comes from the rain. The rainy season lasts for 3 or 4 months. Now rainy season is going on, so how many days the rainy season will be? It is for 3 or 4 months. Along with us, all living things use this water all year round. As well as how we are using the water, these rain water of 3 to 4 months we are using whole year. Am I right? As like us, all the living things, all plants, animals also using this water for whole year. If we do not store water, we will not have enough water for our needs. If we are not storing that water, so what will happen? That water will not be available to us. Maybe lack of water will be happen. So we will not get enough water for our needs. That is why we have to save water. So why we have to save water? If we do not store water, if we are not storing water, we will not have enough water for our needs. That's why we have to save water. Understood? What must be used economically? In this lesson, we will see different ways of storing. So in this chapter, the name of that chapter is the storage of water. Am I right? So in this lesson specially we will see that how to store water or different ways of storing water. Okay. First, old water stores. In the olden days, several methods of storing water were used in our state. Nowadays, these old water stores are rarely used. Okay. In the olden days, before previous years ago, several methods was there to store water. We were used in our state, but now they are rarely used. We use that store water. However, their remains can be seen all places. Some of them are very beautiful. Water in some of these stores never gets depleted. Depleted means do not get spoiled. Okay. So first one is how the way we can save water, store water is the first one is wells. Okay. Wells means a deep hole in the ground from which water is obtained. You know wells. Some rainwater seeps into the ground. Wells are dug to obtain this water. Why wells are dug to obtain water? Understood? So wells, some rainwater seeps into the water. Seeps means save into the water. Wells are dug to obtain this water. Okay. Now on the next page, water tanks in forts. People live on the hill forts in the past. They also needed water. The forts had